as we know, Donald Trump is wanting to instigate 25% tariffs on Canada on goods going over to America. And he's saying he's doing that because of Mexico and Canada's borders. The fact that our borders are basically open borders, and we're also pushing drugs into America, which he doesn't like. And who can blame him? Who can blame him for not trusting the countries on both sides of his border? But the thing is, who is in charge of Canada? Who is the person making most inroads into sorting out this complete and utter mess? Is it Justin Trudeau, or is it Doug Ford, Ontario Premier? First clip coming up is Justin Trudeau when he talked to the press after his so-called telephone call with Donald Trump, and how he had a great conversation, and how he's thinking things are going to get much better. I think pretty soon after this phone call, that's what Trump said, 25% tariffs. But I'm not 100%. I think it was pretty close to this phone call anyway. Let's listen to that one first.
Bonjour tout le monde. I had a good call with Donald Trump last night again. We obviously talked about laying out the facts, talking about how the intense and effective connections between our two countries flow back and forth. We talked about some of the challenges that we can work on together. It was a good call. This is something that we can do, laying out the facts, moving forward in constructive ways. This is a relationship that we know takes a certain amount of working on, and that's what we'll do. Now,
listen to Doug Ford and what he's doing. What has he done to try and help Canada? Have a listen to Doug Ford.
I just finished and convened a meeting with the U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency, the OPP, CBSA, to understand what we need to do as a country to tighten our borders. They were very clear on what their needs are, and there's many needs, and that's what we're going to talk to the Prime Minister about and all the premiers. And we have to take the threat seriously from President Trump. When he says we need to tighten up the border, we need to tighten up the border. We need to tighten up the border on both sides, and the federal government needs to have a plan. We don't need a plan a month down the road, we need a plan now. So we're going to make sure that we all work collaboratively together. As a province of Ontario, we'll do whatever it takes to help CBSA, help the RCMP, but we need a plan across the border. What I'm hearing, the federal government needs to put more resources into the RCMP, more resources into CBSA, and I'll give you one example. As Ontario is recruiting over 2,000 and growing police officers every single year coming out of the police college, the entire country, the RCMP, only have the funding for 1,200. That system is broken, and you can't borrow off Paul to pay Peter and bring RCMP officers from other parts of the country to go down to the border. There's been a lack of funding, and we're going to make sure that the funding is appropriate, I should say. But again, we can't ignore what President Trump said the other day regarding the tariffs, and we need a lot of work to be done on borders right across the province there, and the country.
Sorry.
Which one of these two do you think is running the country at the moment? Which one has got the best interest of Canada in hand? Is it the one who's thinking, well, let's negotiate with Donald Trump, let's have more conversations about it? Or is it the other guy, Ford, who wants to fix things, and he wants to know what needs fixing, and so we can fix it and then tell Trudeau what he needs to fix? Trudeau's got no fucking clue, has he? Not a clue. Like, anyone would want to just go and negotiate this and talk about it and talk to the right people who know what needs fixing. No, it's a negotiation. It's let's work things out together. He's got no interest in working things out together. He wants us to sort our shit out at this end, and then he'll sort his out afterwards. Anyway, see you on the next one.